WRMF.
It's time to wake up and let the weirdness begin. It's the KVJ show to start your morning. Kevin is the host, and his skin pigment is whiter than Casper the Ghost. Virginia sounds like this. Nickname Vicious Bee, so don't get her pissed. Jason talks like a spaz, and he loves to talk about Bigfoot and stats. So get ready, here we go. You're listening to 97.9 with the KVJ show.
Yeah, baby, here we go. It is Friday. It's fine to hear the weekend. Are you ready?
Yeah! So ready.
Yeah, baby. All right. Palm Beach Summer Beer Fest is going to be going on this weekend. That's one of the big to-dos going to be happening. Got a big old concert tonight. It's going to be at the amphitheater. We'll talk about that. It's going to be happening. So
you going to a concert tonight?
I don't know. I might. We'll see.
Concert Kev.
Yeah, never know. You never know what's going to happen. So
you might as well just pitch a tent out there then. If you're going to be at the amphitheater tonight and then the beer fest tomorrow, same block.
I am right. Yeah, that's going to be my vicinity this weekend. So I'm going to be there pretty much all weekend long. So hopefully you guys can join me. I'll give you the rundown on all the good stuff going to be happening this weekend. We're going to be hooking you up with a bunch of scratch-off tickets to Florida Lotto. Books at $300 worth of scratch-off tickets we got for you coming up before 7 o'clock this morning. And also, we have those Beer Fest tickets as well. So we got a lot of stuff to do, so get ready for a big old Friday KVJ show.
Do you need more KVJ show? Find everything KVJ at kvjshow.com.
What are you thinking about? What are you thinking about? What's on your mind? Are you thinking about? What are you thinking about?
What you think about today, Jay Bird?
So my power to my internet went out in the middle of the night. And anytime that happens, it messes with Chewy, and he can't pee. like if it's dark and stuff, he gets all weirded out, and he still is so confused with this townhouse because it's the same townhouse,
but everything's flipped.
It is, and he's really struggling with getting adjusted to it. It kind of.
I would struggle too. Because think about it. You've been in the same townhouse, and now you're in a different townhouse, but it looks exactly the same, but it's just flipped.
It is. I'm struggling with it.
That's a struggle.
There's many times I reach for the refrigerator, and I'm going for the handle's not there. I mean, I totally get it. And he has this thing. If it is dark, he won't pee. So when I left the place today, it was all dark. And he wouldn't pee for me, so that's literally what's on my mind. I know he's got to go pee.
Do you have, because I saw these the other day, I was with my friend in PetSmart, pee pads?
What is that?
So it's this pad that you put down on the floor, and then you train the dog to pee on the pad when you're not there.
Yeah, I think he's so trained with going outside. I don't know if he could even get that trick. That sounds real hard. Training to pee indoors? No, it's going the other way. I don't want to do that.
So he holds it till you get there?
Well, usually he's fine because I let him. We have a whole routine, but for example, because it was all weirded out today with everything going out, the shot thing was messed. I have to give him a shot every morning, too.
Right.
He gets really squirrely. He doesn't let me do any of that stuff. Aww. So that's where I'm at right now. So I think I have to leave during the next dirt of the day, Kev.
Oh, you do, huh? Okay.
Just for like 10 minutes. Mm-hmm. I'm so sorry.
This sounds like a real shady excuse. I think you're just trying to get out of the dirt.
Well, y'all got kids. I have to have an excuse. I got my dog. You guys can get out of stuff all the time.
What you got on your mind today, Virginia?
I got a little blast from the past for you, Kev.
Me?
Yep.
Okay.
So yesterday was the annual Little Smiles Bingo, and I loved it. I love bingo. I just love the whole thing. It's just fun to me. And was loving the new place that we're at, the Jupiter Elks Lodge. Have you been there? It's like Indiantown West. Boy, they really do a nice job.
If it's anything like the Moose Lodge, I am in, because I love all that stuff.
It's like Moose Lodge, but better.
Man, I went to that one Moose Lodge. I felt like they were my family. I don't know. It was weird. We connected.
You felt the love.
I did.
So I'm at the Elks Lodge. We're about to do the bingo, and somebody says, "Hey, do you remember me?" And I'm like, I don't know. Should I?
I always just say yes.
I did too. I went, well, yeah, you look familiar. And the guy did look familiar. I wasn't lying, but I was like, I'm having trouble placing it. So I'm going to take you back to, I think this is probably 1999.
Okay.
Does that sound right? Fireman Ed.
Oh, yeah, Fireman Ed.
He was volunteering for the bingo night. He's a part of the Jupiter Elks.
Okay.
And they brought so many volunteers that helped run the bingo. Ed was the one running around checking cards. If you yelled bingo, Ed came over to make sure that you did indeed have bingo.
Well, you don't mess with Fireman Ed. He's all over it.
He was so nice. It was so nice to see him. He's working over at Bush Wildlife, too, volunteering with Amy.
Good for him.
Oh, so shout out to Fireman Ed.
Yeah, Fireman Ed was an entertaining dude. This is back when Virginia and I first got going. There was no Jay Bird on the show. And so, like Tom Cruise, I had to do my own stunts. So I remember one of the early stunts we did was I was going to take a bicycle and I was going to ramp over the flaming hibachi of death.
Yes.
And a death-defying stunt. And Fireman Ed was our fireman to make sure that I didn't burst into flames. Well, the odd thing about it was Fireman Ed tried to guarantee I burst into flames and was covering the ramp in lighter fluid. And then I remember at one point tried to cover my bike in lighter fluid. I'm like, Ed, what are we doing here?
Ed was kicking up your stunt.
Yeah, he loves fire. That's the thing I realized. I'm like, I invited a pyromaniac out to be my fire expert.
You had me redo that stunt about 6 or 7 years later, and I ended up breaking my ribs doing it.
Yes, you wrecked the bike. Yeah, it didn't go as well.
It went in the fire, and then the handlebar went into my ribs.
Yeah.
Well, Fireman Ed told me to tell everybody hi.
Okay. Well, it's always good to hear from Fireman Ed.
Let's bring that bit back.
I agree.
Third time's a charm.
Well, what I got on my mind here today, talking about a blast from the past. When I was a kid growing up, I remember I used to love the stand-up comedy albums of Eddie Murphy. Delirious, and they were so funny. I mean, I still remember being in the back of the car, all the way in the back. We had this thing called a hatchback, so you could kind of basically ride in the trunk when we didn't care about strapping our kids in because you didn't care if they lived or died back in the 80s. And so I was back there, and I remember listening to the Eddie Murphy tape. Oh, it was so funny and so dirty, and I was just, I loved it.
Did your parents know you had it?
Oh, they had no idea.
You had a Walkman?
Oh, yeah. I had
Me
a
too.
little Walkman.
Walkman with the cassette?
Listen to the Eddie Murphy cassette. And I got to tell you, honestly, from all the stand-ups that you have today, I mean, I don't know if they're, Andrew Dice Clay was really big in his heyday, but, I mean, since then, your Dave Chappelle is big, but, man, Eddie Murphy, I mean, he was really the first, at least that I knew, to be doing those big stage and kind of arena shows. And there's a chance maybe he's coming back to do stand-up comedy.
You know that you not doing stand-up drives people crazy. You know that, right?
I'm gonna do it again. It was
Really?
Yeah, I just had to. I have to get up and work. The only way you could get like an act is I got to go to the clubs and work out. Yeah, I'm gonna do that again. You still got to go to the comedy club.
Still got to go to... You could have your own club.
So you should buy the comic strip, and I'll come work out there.
You want to do that, I'll do it. I'll call it Jerry Seinfeld's comic strip.
Yeah, I just don't feel like Eddie's really in it there.
No. I don't feel like he's in it at all.
That is an interview I would love to hear if he got candid and honest. I would love to know what happened to Eddie Murphy as far as why he doesn't do stand-up. And
Money. Probably money.
what do you mean money? He would make so much money doing
I
that.
think about the money that he makes, from the Shrek movies, where he doesn't have to do nothing. Just goes in and reads scripts. That movies are way more money.
I get that, but you hear a lot of these comedians talk about how they have the bug and then the love. I mean, Jerry Seinfeld, all those guys, they still do comedy.
Yeah, Jerry still really genuinely loves it.
Yeah.
I think it's a difference. I think some people, it was a necessity to get them to the finances they wanted, and other people, yeah, it's just in their soul, like Jerry Seinfeld. And you might be listening to the difference of two different comedians. Jerry Seinfeld, who really seems to love the craft of comedy. He just loves still doing it. To him, it's a hobby. It always has been. It made him a ton of money. He doesn't have to work again, but he does because he wants to. Eddie Murphy, I think it got him to where he wanted to be. He drives around in a Bentley, has a big old mansion, 85 kids, and he's where he wants to be. I don't know if he has that drive to do it again.
That comedy, that's hard
It
work.
is.
Agreed.
And you got to, he was just saying, you got to go in the clubs and test the material.
Grind it out.
Grind it out. I mean, you're Eddie Murphy. You don't have to grind nothing.
Right.
Well, here's the thing, too. If you do a stand-up, you better make sure it's good because everyone's going to say, okay, here's his comeback.
That's probably another big part of
More
it, too.
pressure.
It is, yeah.
You go out on top, baby.
He looks at I may have a lot more to lose than I have to gain.
Especially if you don't love it like other people love it.
Right. It's much easier to go read a Shrek script.
Yeah. Exactly. So I don't know. I don't know if that's optimism for an Eddie Murphy stand-up return or not, but at least he's talking about it, and Jerry Seinfeld is trying to plant the bug again. But I would just love it for a new generation to be able to hear what Eddie Murphy can do, and I would love if he could get up there and do what he used to do back in the 80s. Unfortunately, if you went back and listened to it now, there'd probably be a lot of references you wouldn't get. You'd be like, Mr. T, what? I don't know. Yeah.
I would like to go back and listen to it, though, and see, does it stand up? Because back in the day, I was like, oh my gosh, this is the best thing ever.
The best is when you hear Eddie Murphy talk about Bill Cosby calling him up to scold him about his language.
Yeah.
That is such a good little segment because Eddie Murphy ends up telling Richard Pryor about all that. Richard Pryor's like, you need to go tell Bill Cosby to go F off.
Literally. Now that knowing what we know, I'm glad those guys stood up to him.
I mean, the nerve of Bill Cosby to get on people about their language. Are you out of your mind?
He is a psychopath. When you think about Bill Cosby telling people they can't curse while he was drugging and raping people, I mean, really, Bill?
He's an odd mix of people.
My gosh.
Yeah. Let's keep it on Eddie Murphy, though.
Okay.
Yeah. So maybe go check that out, kids. Be interesting to see what you like. But I'd love for them to be able to see, because kids today probably have no idea who Eddie Murphy really, truly is. But a very talented, entertaining dude. His Saturday Night Live skits,
Yeah.
gosh, how good was he? Well, coming up here in a second, what did you want to be when you grew up? Do you remember when you were a kid? What was that one thing said? When I grow up, I'm going to be... What was it for you? I think I remember, oddly enough, I don't know, I thought I was going to be a computer programmer. I was like,
really?
What just an odd, weird thing. You know, other kids choose policeman or firefighter or something like that. I'm like, I'm a computer programmer.
I wanted to be a lawyer. I wanted my name to be Steve, and I wanted to be from New York. I wanted to be Steve from New York, who was a lawyer. And I
wanted to change your name to Steve?
I did, but
Okay.
my parents bought me this suit. It was a full-piece suit from Burdines or Sears, and I loved this suit, and I thought it made me look like a lawyer, so I also wanted a little briefcase. And for a good 2 years, I wanted to be a lawyer named Steve from New York.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, very interesting.
I watched the news growing up, and I loved this newscaster in New Orleans. Her name was Angela Hill.
Okay.
And I wanted to be just like her. I wanted to be on the news.
And look at you. You get your own segment, 5 times a show. Crushing it.
Kids today,
So are you, Steve.
Kids today, it's a little bit different what the kids today want to be. They did a poll with children between the years of 8 and 12. What do you think the number one thing is that kids between the age of 8 and 12 said they wanted to be when they grew up?
A YouTube star.
YouTube star.
A YouTube star, yes. Number one answer, a YouTuber. All kids want to be a YouTuber when they grow up. Man, oh man. Crazy how the times have changed. Good luck, kids. I was kind of surprised by this because teacher is second on the list.
Okay.
I get that.
Yeah.
Teacher's a fascinating profession.
And it's what you're exposed to, too, you know?
Yeah.
I mean, you're
It's
around
encouraging.
teachers all the time.
Hopefully they keep that fire into their adult years. Number 3, I'm not surprised, pro athlete.
Sure.
Most kids are like, they want to be football player or basketball player.
That was the other thing. Other than being Steve from New York, I wanted to be third baseman for the Atlanta Braves.
Okay, that's always up there. I think, a lot of kids are there. I think my son Cannon is still thinking that someday he's going to be playing in some pro league. So
Okay.
You never know.
yeah, you never know.
Maybe
Yeah.
that pro league is a Fortnite league.
Oh, he'd love to be in that. Yeah, I was surprised gamer wasn't in the top 5, and it's not, because you've got musician and then astronaut. That's the top 5. If you got YouTuber number 1, why is gamer not in the top 5?
It's a good question.
I was surprised by that.
Yeah, I'm glad to see the kids still want to be musicians.
That is cool.
And astronaut, that's a good sign.
Yeah, that is a good sign. Yeah, I mean, here with the anniversary of the moon landing, I know Virginia's going to be celebrating hard tomorrow for that.
I'm just
so hard.
I'm just so glad on that list isn't a Kardashian. You know what I mean? Like that. I'm so glad that's not on the list.
You know what? The professions I'm really had, Instagram influencer. I'm glad that's not on
Yeah,
there.
me too.
If that was on there, if my kid's like, I'm going to be an influencer, I'd be like, no, you're not.
You're not.
You're not going to be the least bit influential. Remember that now. YouTuber. That's what kids between the age of 8 and 12 said that they want to be. The number one thing that is up there. Luckily, gamer and Instagram influencer is not in the top 5.
Thank goodness.
Yeah, thank goodness.
It will be though. If you read that list in 2 years, that will be on the list.
I am curious to see what the Instagram influencer is going to be in just a year, because I think that balloon inflated quickly. People were confused by it, and businesses bought in, and I think the bubble has burst. And I don't know that, barring the true influencers and people that have a legitimate influence, I think you're going to see that category diminish greatly.
I just read an article about, they were talking about this one person who was a mini social influencer. And I look at how many people they had for followers, and it was something like 3,000 followers. So they were calling them a mini influencer. I'm like, y'all are reaching so bad.
You can put whatever title you want on it, but I think now what I was reading is you won't get even a whiff unless you have 25,000 on Instagram. And for the most part, they would rather see 50 to 100,000. At that point, then somebody would be like, okay, maybe legitimately I'll go for it. But if you've got 3,000 and you're trying to call yourself an influencer, like, just so you know, businesses have kind of gotten smart to it. They're not going to buy it.
It was in an article. They're like, oh, yeah, a mini influencer making some waves in their town. I'm like, what?
Yeah, they're not going to. So I hate to break it to you. I mean, unless they're in a town of 6,000. And then if you got half the population following you, then maybe you're big time. You are the Kardashian.
Well, everyone's got to make it seem like it's bigger than what it is. Everyone's got to oversell themselves.
Yeah, most people are saying. So if you want to be an influencer, 25,000 typically is what you got to be to even really kind of like say that category. It's kind of cool when you say at an early age you want to be something you grow up to be at. Somebody texts in and said at 8, I want to be a nurse, and now I am today.
That's awesome.
That is kind of cool. Yeah, to do that and kind of follow the way through.
You knew your path at 8. Wow.
I know.
Good for you.
That really is amazing. I had 6 majors in college. You know, I mean, just to be able to wow, say at 8, I knew I was going to be, and I did that. That's kind of cool. Let me see. Somebody said when I was 7, I wrote a promise letter to my mom that I promised her one day I was going to go to college and I was going to be an ice cream truck driver.
Oh,
that's adorable.
I promise you, Mom, I'm going to get that education and I will be an ice cream truck driver. This, I guess, is big news in the world of Frosty Pops. I did not even realize, but when I was a kid and you got the popsicles, wasn't it always kind of fun and a challenge as well to take those popsicle double pops and kind of split them perfectly? Didn't you feel like you were going to have a good day if you were able to take those popsicles and get them to break apart? Just, you know, me, I love symmetry. And when they would break perfectly, I was like, but every now and then you break off half of one of the popsicles and it'd be uneven and it threw everything off. I just couldn't eat with balance.
Those were hearty popsicles. I don't know if they make them I don't think they make them like that today. They're a lot smaller. That was a big old popsicle. The ones you're talking about?
Yeah, it really was. If you put them together, and sometimes you would be ambitious and you would keep the double pops together, and you would basically, it was 2 popsicles in one, 2 different sticks are coming out, and you would be like, oh my gosh, I'm really ambitious today. I'm going to tackle the world and this double pop at one time.
but haven't you earned it?
Oh yeah, no, I agree. And a lot of
Fat
people
Kev put in the work. He deserved the double pop.
Oh, yeah, I put in the work of opening the wrapper. You know, I do remember from the popsicle wrappers, another thing was frustrating when it kind of melted a little bit and froze itself back to the wrapper.
Yeah.
And you're trying to get, to me, a great double pop was you would take the wrapper off, it would come off cleanly, and then and it would snap apart perfectly. I'm like, today's going to be a good day. That's how Fat Kev set the tone for a good day. And it was all set by a double pop.
Fat Kevin, I usually would get the flavors of purple, orange, and then red. Out of those 3, what was the weakest flavor? Purple, orange, and red.
Flavor, probably the red. I like the orange.
You're absolutely right. Red's the weakest flavor.
Yeah.
Fat Kevin, we are so in tune with
I
one
know,
another.
yeah. Once upon a time.
I know.
Yeah.
We could have really made a difference in this world.
Yes, we could have.
Don't sell yourself short, Pumpkin. You are.
I know. I would have loved to have had a partner.
Well, apparently the double pops aren't even on the market anymore, and Justin Bieber took notice. Thank God he's out there fighting for all of us. Back in May, he had tweeted out, "We just realized we can't find double stick popsicles. This is crazy. Popsicles, we need those back." Well, yesterday, Popsicle finally jumped to it, and they said, "Hey, Justin Bieber," only took him about 4 months to get back to him. "You ask where are the double pops? Well, you better believe we made a special batch just for you."
Oh, they're totally.
They're coming in hot. Well, cold, actually.
Brr.
I love it.
Here's the social media game you got to play with. Popsicle said they would go ahead and make them available again for everybody if they can get 100,000 retweets by Tuesday. And last time I looked at it, 44,000 is what they were up to.
Did you like those pops where you had to cut the top of them and then you ate them and they were so sugary, but it felt like they had fiberglass?
Yeah, they called them either flavor ice or otter pops.
Otter pops.
Because they had all the family of otters,
Yeah.
and each otter had a different little name.
Yeah.
on a
love them.
taste
I love
level. But
those.
what is it, that fiberglass material? When you drink or eat those things, it does feel like you're eating fiberglass. What is that?
I think it was kind of the way the ice was. The ice was kind of a weird, jagged.
Yeah, but it was also like it felt chemically.
It was
It did.
chemical.
In
It
the
was a
syrup.
combination of the two.
There's something in that syrup, and they have it in other things besides Otter Pops too, because I've tasted it before in other frozen treats.
But it was so good. You power through. You power through the pain. The taste was that good.
Yeah. It was kind of like, if you looked at the ingredients, it'd be like ice, flavored juice, fiberglass.
Definitely.
Back in the day, we didn't care. It wasn't a big deal.
no, we didn't know nothing about GMOs.
Were you a fan of the push pops?
Yes.
Those were good, like yogurty kind of. They were the thicker.
The Push Pops, now, the ones that we liked were the Dreamsicle, the orange.
Oh yeah. Oh, I do love
The
that.
orange Dreamsicle Push Pop was my cut.
We had the Orange Julius over in Lake Park, the Twin City Mall, and that they had a drink like that everybody loved.
That was fancy. If my mom splurged for us to all, the three of us, me, my mom, and my sister, share one Orange Julius, that was a big deal.
We were on a budget. We absolutely had to share Orange Julius.
What was the best thing if an ice cream truck came around your town? What was the best thing that you could get if you would go to it? I actually saw somebody had posted up on social media kind of a menu that they had taken the photo from the side of an ice cream truck, and they said, okay, you get just one. What would you go with?
Okay, question. Now, will you accept the type of ice cream truck that also had the slushy they could take and manually put in a cup? Will you accept that, or is that Polar Cup? I want to play by the rules.
Yeah, I mean, I'm kind of looking at this list. Okay, this is kind of what you have, and a lot of it's from the Good Humor, if you went with the Good Humor Man. Here are some of the options that you have. You got the creamsicle or the fudgesicle.
Classic.
You have got, what did you call the ice cream cone with the sprinkles on top and had the nuts on top of it? They call it
drumstick.
the king cone here. Is that, the drumstick.
Drumstick is good.
Yeah, I mean,
They have a drumstick now where they have like a caramel center. Have you tried this?
1991 called. They want your.
Okay, so I'm going to give you 5 options here. You got a creamsicle fudgesicle. You got the drumstick. You have got I think we called it Scooter Crunch.
Yeah, don't forget too about the big old chocolate chip ice cream sandwich.
Yes,
that
I'll give you
one.
that.
Oh,
or the original ice cream sandwich with that black cookie that would always stick to your fingers.
I just bought 2 boxes of them. They didn't survive the afternoon. They are so good.
They are great.
You ate a whole 2 boxes?
I ate 2 boxes. Publix does the best regular ice cream, the generic kind.
Sometimes the generic
Oh,
ice
yeah.
cream sandwich is better than the Good Humor. I know. It's crazy.
And they were so easy to take 2 boxes down.
So of those 5 options, what do you choose?
I got to go with the chip ice cream sandwich. I love that. I still get that thing. I think that's bountiful, baby.
It is good. There's a lot there. It's a lot of volume.
I like the cakey original brown. I don't like the ones that they make out of chocolate chip cookies, where they take the chocolate chip cookies and they put ice cream in the middle. I don't like that.
You like
one.
the ice cream sandwich.
I like the ice cream sandwich, the OG, the one
Yeah.
where it would start to melt and all the black would get stuck to your fingers from that cookie.
With this all said about the whole drumstick, not all drumsticks are created equal. They got some ones that they really flower up these days. So is that part of when you say drumstick, can you do one fully loaded?
You can get the drumstick, yeah. I mean, I'll let you kind of mess around with the drumstick if you want.
Can I change my answer?
You want to go drumstick instead of the cookie ice cream sandwich?
I love how the drumstick cone gets chewy. Oh, I love it.
Okay.
It's got a little chocolate at the end.
All right, if you want to play along, I will post this list up on the KVJ Show Facebook page. You can see all the options that are up there. You get to choose one. What
Now
do you
I'm
go
hungry.
I can be back from the gas station with snacks, and honestly, by the next commercial break. I got it. I'm going right now.
He's going. He's leaving. Wait, I thought you had to take care of Chewy.
I'll do it all.
Okay. Just to let you know, too, I believe coming up on Sunday, it's National Ice Cream Day.
It is?
Yes.
Okay, we have to celebrate.
Should I go? Or is it? I don't know the tone of the room right now. Should I?
Ask Kevin. He's the boss. He's looking at you like you're crazy.
Why do it for the podcast?
I just feel like you guys, I'm going to get all this ice cream, and then you guys really aren't going to eat it with me.
I'm not going to partake.
All right.
Fat Kev isn't here. Yeah, sorry about that.
Yeah, you're going to be stuck eating like 4 drumsticks. Not that I don't think you can do it.
Okay, you don't think I can do it?
I think you can do it.
Yeah. Everybody's got their own kind of favorite ice cream sandwich, too. Somebody said right now the Publix is the best. And other people arguing that the chocolate chip cookie ice cream sandwich from Trader Joe's is where it's at. So, yeah. Okay.
Just shut up, Bird. Just shut up. Let it go.
He wants to argue.
Everybody got their own opinion on it. The fight you can take up right now, it is going on the KVJ Show Facebook page, Sunday National Ice Cream Day. Pick out your favorite if the ice cream truck rolled up right next to your house. You only get to choose one. Which one would you go with? A lot of great selections that are on there.
That was fun, Kevin.
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff that's on the list that it just never got me. I know it's like intended for kids, but they had that the green frog with the eyes. It was like an ice. It never.
I'm with you on that, man.
Did y'all have? It was like a cup of ice cream, and it was a little mini cup, and you took the little paper top off, but it was bubblegum flavored ice cream, and it had a piece of bubblegum, round pink bubblegum in the middle.
I thought it was completely gross.
Hated it. One of the worst snacks ever to be made.
Terrible. Yeah.
I mean, other than the circus peanut, that might be the worst.
For me, I was like, oh yeah, it's great. I'm getting ice cream and candy. I thought I was getting a 2-for-1 deal.
Oh, but the worst than bubblegum ice cream's bubblegum soda, and it came in 3 liters, and it was terrible.
Mm-hmm. Somebody said, what do you guys think about the Dilly Bar? I believe that is kind of a almost kind of like a Dove Bar, more pure, just the white ice cream, vanilla.
I loved it.
I thought it was great too.
Yeah. I mean, Haagen-Dazs, that was when... If my mom got Haagen-Dazs, we got paid. Someone got a bonus in the family, and the kids were not allowed to eat the Haagen-Dazs, only the adults.
I didn't even know about Haagen-Dazs.
Oh, yeah, that was a big deal.
I had an Events palate when I was young and chubby, and I knew right away. I'm like, going, that's higher quality ice cream.
Yeah, that's right.
I didn't get tricked by the cartoon characters and all that nonsense. I'm like, that's low-grade crap.
I knew as a kid, too, I'm like, this is the big dog.
I had an advanced snack palate at a very young age. I knew what was good and what wasn't. Christy's on here from Port St. Lucie. Hello, Christy.
Hi, how are you?
Great. What is your favorite ice cream of all time?
I like the little cones that have the nutty on the top.
Drumsticks.
I love it.
Yeah. Okay, that'd be your order. Yeah, you can't argue that. That's right up there. That's the Mount Rushmore of great ice cream truck snacks. I totally agree with you. Well, I hope you've got some free time this week.
Chocolate and the cone.
Oh yeah.
She wants to keep talking about it.
What I love, and I got to throw this in as a bonus, the really good ones. They had that glob of chocolate at the bottom because they knew as the ice cream melted, it would drip through the bottom. But they solved that technology. They used that glob of chocolate to block it so that your cone wouldn't leak on you at the bottom.
In fact, Kevin, tell me you didn't take that hard piece of chocolate and just suck it.
That was at the end of it. At the end, that was the
yeah.
When you would have that
you didn't
last
chew it, you sucked it.
When you had that last bite and the chocolate nugget, the chunk was in the. Oh man,
you don't chew it, Virginia.
Oh, I know.
That was a slam dunk at the end of a great icy treat. Well, Christy, we got $300 worth of Florida Lotto scratch-off tickets for you. Okay.
Okay, oh my God, I'm so excited. Thank you guys so much.
And if you win the big time, you got to call and let us know about it, okay?
I will, for sure. Thank you.
You are very welcome. Thank you, lottery retailers, for making that happen as well. We got another chance for you to win that. Want to make sure you're here on the KVJ Show coming up before 10 o'clock this morning. Want to say a big old happy birthday to Sammy. Turning 10, little double-digit action there from Mommy Amanda and Riley. Also, Angela, happy birthday from your big brother, William. And Brittany Jackson, little birthday wish. Country Brittany, her birthday is coming up July 20th. Would like to hear her birthday shout-out. There you go.
Happy birthday!
All righty. Yeah, it'll be tomorrow. Very nice. Got a birthday you want on the KVJ Show? You let us know about it. It's easy to do. Mail at kvjshow.com. MAIL at kvjshow.com. This weekend, your kids Probably want to go check out The Lion King. It is another live-action remake from Disney. Big old cast in this one, too. They're returning James Earl Jones. Thank goodness. Boy, you got to have that voice back.
You have to.
While he's with us, you got to get as much out of James Earl Jones as you can.
He's so credible. I mean, just anything he says, you believe.
It's pretty impressive. He's got maybe the best pipes of all time. Donald Glover is also in this. Beyonce. Seth Rogen has got a voice part in this, and so does John Oliver. So big cast in that. Going to be out this weekend. And according to Rotten Tomatoes, The Lion King right now is number 7 on the list for the top Disney live-action remakes. They've actually got a list on that. What do you think might be number 1 of the ones that they've had? Came out in 2016, a Disney live-action remake.
I don't know what.
Jungle Book.
Jungle Book.
It's
That's
number 1.
right.
What was the big song from Jungle Book?
I want to be like you. Ooh, ooh.
Oh, that's my jam.
I want to walk like you, talk like you.
Rock like you.
Yeah.
I love. I saw
Number
that.
1.
I saw that production at Denny's wife's school, and
It's so good.
I never knew I loved the theater so
Jungle
much.
Book is my cut.
That's got an audience score of 86%. So if you're looking for a Disney live action, you want to check that out, that might be the good one to watch if you haven't seen that. And I haven't seen that yet.
Do they do that song in the new movie?
They must. Right?
Do what one?
I haven't
wanna
seen the
talk
new
like
Jungle
you.
Book movie. We need to watch that.
I would love to just do a whole movie marathon day.
That might be something to check out. If you want to do a Disney live action remake movie marathon, Jungle Book is what they have number 1. They got Cinderella at number 2 with the 78% audience score. They do theirs a little bit out of order. I always go with the audience score, and this list isn't done that way. They have got Christopher Robin at an 83% audience score. And then they have also got Beauty and the Beast at an 80%. So those are some of the best performers that they got as far as the Disney live action. And I guess we'll have to wait and see, because right now The Lion King doesn't obviously have an audience score because nobody's really seen it yet.
Right. It's out today, I think.
Yep. So if you want to go check that out, some of the stuff that's going to be going on. If you do love your movies, you'll definitely want to jump on this. We have got some tickets to Cirque du Soleil Corteo come to the BB&T Center. That is going to be kicking off next week, running through August 4th. Just jump on. We got No Name Movie Game coming up here in a second. Yeah,
okay.
big stuff. Big stuff. You want to partner with somebody here on the KVJ show, Virginia Jaybird Denny's, dial us up, 877-979-WRMF. Okay, let's do this. You ready for the No Name Movie Game? All right, everybody. Places, everyone. We got our contestants on here ready to pair up with members of the KVJ show. So you can name the most movies in 60 seconds. The rules are: our hosts cannot use any of the characters' names, any of the actors' names, or the words from the title of the movie.
The No Name Movie Game belt is actually vacant right now because Denny's and Virginia tied last week when we never did a tie-off.
That's right.
Yeah.
I held the belt. I've been stripped from the title.
Mm-hmm.
Summer rig, I tell you, it is cold.
Yeah, it's tough. And I remember we went back to the overtime, and then boom, the phones just broke. Right then and there. They're very good at the timing. I mean, have you ever noticed there's got to be somebody somewhere with some trip switch, because the times when our phones have completely gone out have been the worst times ever.
I love it how the puppet master's going, there's got to be somebody somewhere. Okay, Riggs.
He's trying to convince us of his own... Smugs, come on, man. You got to wake up a little bit earlier.
Could just be me right here. Just be like, nope, we're done.
Someone somewhere. Look in the mirror, friend.
Maureen is on here from Lake Worth. Hello, Maureen.
Hey there.
You
Good
ready
morning.
for? Yeah, morning. You ready for this?
Oh, I don't know. My 13-year-old probably would be better at this than me, but I'm going to try.
Okay, give it a shot.
Confidence
Why not?
is low.
Please say you're going to be going with Virginia.
That's it. Virginia goes first.
All right, we got this.
Okay.
We got this, Virginia.
I believe in you. I believe in you.
Let's see what you can dial up here. 60 seconds on the clock. Your time begins now.
Pass. If you're going to sit around and play Monopoly, Uno, a bunch of stuff like that, what do you call that evening?
Board games?
What do you call that evening?
Game night. Game
yes,
night.
yes.
Game night.
If, pass. It's one more than seventh. It's if you're in school. If you're in school, it's one more than seventh.
Eight. I don't know.
What do you? Oh, pass. Pass on that one. Pass on that one. Denny's, pass on that one. This one gives you money when you lose your little white things that fall out of your mouth. You put them under your pillow.
Tooth Fairy.
Yes. This one delivers babies. It's an animal. It's a bird. They deliver babies.
Fork.
Yes. She's got an umbrella. She's a nanny. She's British.
Mary Poppins. Mary Poppins.
Okay. Turn it on there at the end for a 4 spot. Okay.
Those were hard movies, Denny's.
This is such a big one because whoever wins the belt gets to pimp it at Beer Fest. Walk around that place with the belts, my gosh.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
That's peacocking.
That's peacocking.
Yeah.
I mean, the ladies will love it.
All right, we got VJ on here from Green Acres. Hello, VJ.
Hi, good morning.
Good morning. Okay, we're going to put you with Denny's.
It'll be the VJD.
Yeah.
I got 2 laughs. That's all I needed.
Kevin's disgusted.
Yeah, I saw him look
He just
away.
looked up and looked away. He tried to pretend like it didn't happen.
This can't end soon enough.
He's trying to turn off my mic.
All right, here we go. 60 seconds on the clock in the No Name Movie game. Your time begins now.
This is the person that helps you plan your matrimony.
Oh, jeez.
I didn't plan on.
This is a weird professor of medicine. And he also has psychic abilities. He's a superhero. Pass that one. Let's see. He gets to be God for a week or so.
Oh, you can't say God. He's a character.
What? All right. This is what you
I don't
do.
think he gets the rules.
This is what you do when you get scared. Somebody jumps out at you. You make a loud noise. Pass. Let's see. If you look up at the sky and it's not light outside. Oh, jeez.
Miho.
I'm saying every word of
Say
it.
the word, Miho.
The hills are alive with this. Pass that one. These are 3 forms of transportation.
Planes, trains, and all.
Yes, you got it.
Yay!
This.
What?
We're giving it to him.
Wait, did
Just
he-
give it to him.
Yeah, I'll take that one.
What?
I don't know if he got it.
Just give it to him.
Miho, what happened?
You know?
I mean, Denny's, that was a really
So
poor
it's
showing.
called the No Name Movie game.
You kept saying
everyone.
the name in the movie.
Are you on the take?
Riggs got you.
He did. He paid me off.
Yes, it's all me. Paul is on here from Port St. Lucie. Hello, Paul.
Good morning, KBJ show.
Paul,
Okay.
I don't think I got to tell you how much I need it. I don't want it. I need it.
Paul sounds chipper.
Don't talk to my partner. Paul, I got to tell you, I think you sound chipper.
Jay Bird, you're the man this morning.
Thank you, man. I want to be your friend.
Well, let's see what we get here. 60 seconds on the clock. The top score right now is 4 going into this.
Come on, Bird. Come on.
All right, Jay Bird and Paul, your time begins now.
The home rabbit. Well, think about the home rabbit, but twist those words. Pass. These are fighters in a.
Peter Rabbit.
No, these are fighters in a big old arena. They fight to the death. You want to be entertained? Do you want to be entertained?
MMA fighters.
No, a movie. It's a movie. Think about the movie. Pass. Okay. Think about this murderer who talks like this and he plays a game with you. He wants to pit you against another person with a bear claw to the foot. What is my name?
Pass.
Okay, this is another name for a band that sounds like this. Eyes wide open. I'll sing like this. Think about a band that sings like this. Pass.
Country.
No. Country. Oh, are you even playing? Freedom. Think about this. Freedom. It's a movie. Do you know these?
I don't know. If you had to say who was worse.
Come on, keep going, please. Keep going.
Do you know I was asking for movies? I just want to figure out where it went wrong.
Maybe we need to rename the game because I don't think anybody gets the rules. Yeah, okay. I was that-
Mercury is in retrograde, y'all. I'm just saying.
Oh boy, Virginia.
Till August 1st.
Yep.
Boy, that was so not satisfying.
Well, hey, Maureen, congratulations. You walked away with a win, and technically, I think you're the only person who even got a point today.
I didn't get a point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, what do you get? We'll just, shut up. Yeah, we'll walk away from that one. Maureen, congratulations.
Let's focus on Maureen.
Yes.
Instead
so
of
much.
you.
You got
Thank
Cirque du
you.
Soleil Corteo tickets to the BB&T Center starting on the 24th, okay?
Perfect. Thank you so much for it. We had fun.
Good.
I'm glad you did.
Yeah. I thought this was good to have this on the list. It's number 10. Deadspin did worst people to hear getting it on. Coworker is number 10. Or business partner. How tough would it be? Could you imagine if you're in a situation where you're working in your office and somebody comes to pay them a visit and you hear all the action going on? You're like, this is awkward.
I think it depends on the boss. If it was you, Kev, and I heard that, I'm like, my boy's getting some. It's good.
I mean, if it's anybody, I immediately start rolling. I want the audio on my phone.
You would?
On both of you.
Oh, no. Be careful what you ask for.
Oh, my God.
I would love it. That's power.
Parents obviously are number one. Hearing your parents is awful.
Yes. And in fact, and they even broke it into different categories, just kind of like open you up a little bit here. Number one on the list, worst people to hear getting it on. They had parent, but in an interesting category, adultery.
Oh.
That is, you're right. That's a different
level
it is.
of, that's not just because if it's your parents, then you're like, okay, all right, they're human. But if it's a parent, and you're like, okay, I know mom's over here, or mom's on a business trip, or whatever, or dad's gone.
But if it is your parents, and you hear them, and it's just filthy,
Sure.
you're
yeah.
probably like, oh my gosh, mom.
Yeah, but it's like it's a lighthearted, good mom.
It
If
is.
it's not, it's like mom. Different tone. Yeah. So what do you think is up there? In fact, the adultery angle leads both categories. Parent is one, and the other would be worst people here getting it on.
Sibling.
And adultery. Your own
child.
Okay.
Oh, that'd be rough too.
That would be a tough one. They've got your own partner.
Oh.
Busting your partner. Like if you hear the throes of Passion of Panda and you're not in it.
Especially if you've never heard those sounds come from him.
It's time to get the machete, guys. And yes, I do have a machete by my bed.
And nobody's surprised.
Finally, it feels so good.
Panda gets laid. Just know this.
We do. I think Panda's taken care of. I have confidence in my girl over here.
Yeah, they put your kid, your teenager, whatever, at number 4 for the worst people to hear getting it on. Your ex significant other is at number 5.
Who cares?
If you still have feelings.
Oh, that's
But why
true.
are you around?
Yeah, what are you doing?
Are
Why are
in
you
the
so
win-
creepy?
Are you in the window?
Why are you so creepy?
In fact, I might flip-flop this. Tell me if you like their order that they've got when we get here. Because they got your ex at number 5. The person you would like to be with. How tough is that? If you have a serious crush on somebody and you're like walking up to their door and all you hear is the throes of ecstasy, and it kind of rip your heart out, wouldn't it? You'd be like, gosh, that's tough. I mean,
it depends.
Wouldn't that be worse for you than hearing your ex?
It all depends
Yes.
on what kind of relationship you have going into that crush. Is it just a surface crush, or is it something where you've got this butterfly feelings?
Well, let's say you're walking up to their door. You're thinking, okay, you're about to lay out your love and be like going, I think you feel it too. I feel it. It's just time that we just laid it all out on the table. And as you're walking up to their door, you just hear.
Oh, you hear Ronnie from North Palm Beach just,
Yeah.
making it happen.
Everybody knows Ron.
Oh, Ron.
Ronnie.
He knows what he's doing.
He's packing heat.
Ron's pack heat. It's just the way it goes.
Every Ron.
That's going to be tough, right?
That'll be very hurtful, yes.
They got grandparent at 7.
See, I'm not. If my grandparents are doing it, I'm not. It's
kinda more lighthearted.
Yeah.
Hopefully it's grandma and grandpa, and it's not like grandma and the neighbor. But yeah, I'm happy for them.
Yeah. Siblings at number 9, and then the one I don't even.
The siblings need to be higher on that list.
I think so too.
I don't want to hear my sisters or my brother.
They throw one into the list here from Deadspin that I don't even understand. It says your therapist. What does that even mean?
That's kind of hot.
Right. I was gonna say, I don't even get that one.
Someone's turned on.
Yeah, you gotta explain that one.
It's like a scenario there.
He's
Kev.
going to use this later.
Yeah, you think sibling or coworker would be higher than that?
And child is not on there?
Well, yeah, your with your teenager's number 4.
Oh.
Yeah.
We actually have a story about busting a coworker. In fact, the coworker was doing it at a bar, and we saw it. Do you remember that? And
I do.
They did not know that we were the whole bar was watching, but they were doing it in a spot.
Did they not know?
That's a good question,
Yeah,
Kevin.
I don't know.
That's a good question.
Kind of felt like that was performance art. I'm not sure if you want to say they did not know.
Shockingly,
Yes.
it was a snack pack performance.
Was it?
Yeah.
No, you're thinking of that's a different show.
It's a different coworker.
Yes, it is.
We have 2 coworkers then?
We have some
Wait,
filthy events, people.
I know the one I'm talking about. Who are you talking about?
Boat.
I remember Boat.
Yeah.
Don't forget about the snack pack show. That happened too.
Yeah. So coming up here in just a second. Have you ever cost the company a lot of money?
Yes.
Yeah, all the time.
What is your costliest mistake?
I think mine's 100,000.
That's pretty good.
100,000.
Yeah, that's what I was told at our former company because of my hospital bill. I was there for almost 4 days, and they
okay.
had to pay it. That was a popcorn stunt.
Okay.
It was between 90 and 100, I thought they had told me.
We got sued recently. I think that was 19,000.
Okay.
We did?
Yeah.
Was that okay? What about the first time we got sued?
That was.
Was that 6
I think it
figures?
was- I didn't know. No. I think that was like 15,000.
Okay.
Why was my hospital bill so much money?
I don't know. They
spent
told me
all night-
45. So,
Really?
yeah. So I don't know. Might have been fluctuating or whatever.
45
That's
still.
a big jump though, from 100 to 45.
Yeah.
Who told you 100?
A couple bosses.
Maybe they were just trying to scare
They could.
you.
45 is still pretty good.
Yeah.
It's not bad. I think this might top it, though. Did you hear about the water problem that they had in Fort Lauderdale?
Yes. Oh my gosh.
A Florida Power and Light subcontractor accidentally drilled a hole into one of Fort Lauderdale's most important water pipes. It's the one that carries the water supply from underground to the treatment plant.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, like all over Fort Lauderdale. I mean, I was looking, I don't know, it seemed to cover everywhere. I mean, I had heard like even out at like Sawgrass Mills, like they were closed yesterday. I heard everything like all the way like on Los Olas, places were having issues on Fort Lauderdale Beach.
Oh no.
They were closing down restaurants. Some restaurants were trying to bring in porta potties to deal with the issue. Other hotels were having, like the Ritz had to evacuate, and they had to try to get guests into other hotels.
Can
that
you
had
imagine?
running
Yeah.
water? So and here's the whole thing. When you're looking at it, I don't know what the ultimate cost is. Yes, because you got the cost of fixing the water main itself, but then the cost that goes in from what happened to all these businesses.
The impact.
What is that tab going to be? And I think apparently you can tag it back to one person because Mayor Dean Trentalis said this was clearly haphazard. Human error clearly is the cause for this. And it sounds like one dude did it.
Do we know his name?
I don't know the name yet, but
Well,
it's
here's
like
the deal.
that,
It was an
wanna get away?
It was an accident. They should not come down on him. I mean, he was probably just trying to do his job, and he just messed up at work, which all of us do.
I think I'm getting it confused, Kevin. I'm thinking about an account we lost where it was $100,000 and we got in trouble for a long time ago. But technically, we did lose that money.
Yeah, we got it back.
Did we?
I think it came back around eventually.
Okay.
At least that's what I tell myself.
Yeah, tell
So
yourself.
I can sleep at night.
That was not good.
Good news in Fort Lauderdale, for the most part, the water's been restored, but the boil order is still staying in place.
Okay.
So it's a major inconvenience, lost wages. So can anybody even come close to something like that? Because if we knew the exact total, if this guy called in, be like, a couple mil, it's going to be a lot. In fact, probably in the tens of millions, I would assume, if you really start adding it up.
Yeah.
Restaurants and hotels, the mall, things of that nature, and who knows what else lost money on it. So can you top us? Can you top this guy? 877-979-WRMF. What is the largest amount you cost your company? Hit us up and let us know here at the KVJ Show. Been a tough 48 hours in Fort Lauderdale as water was hard to come by. A FP&L subcontractor accidentally drilled a hole into one of their most important water pipes, and pretty much everybody, I saw the map and it was pretty extensive. I mean, it was going from west to east, to north to south. I mean, everybody pretty much was out of water. It was just affecting businesses, hotels, having to find other people. I mean, it shut everything down. And who knows all the residuals. And by the time they add up the costs on that, it'll probably take them some time. But it's going to be tough. And somebody, too, texted and said a source told me that the water pipe they replaced was special order, and they had to get a subcontractor out of Miami who had a spare. But apparently there was a lot of money tagged on for the rush job.
Oh.
So repairing it even was not cheap.
Oh, no.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Okay, so how much have you cost your company? Can anybody come close to a tab like that? Brian in the chat room, he brought up a really good one. How about the guy who just burnt down Notre Dame?
Oh, that's right.
Yeah,
They definitely found out who it was.
I think it was linked to I think it was like a subcontractor was smoking or something like that.
They were doing restoration
Yeah.
on stuff, and they think
He was
it was
smoking?
I think it was something like that.
Oh, my God.
Dude.
Yeah.
There's a special thing you got to say to St. Peter at the pearly gates after you burn down one of his favorite churches.
But I wonder how soon the guy smoking realized he was the cause of. Wait, did the fire start? It's like, that's weird. I wonder what's going. Wait a minute, I was smoking. How long did it take?
Want to get away?
Yeah.
Panic probably set in pretty quickly. He's like, uh-oh.
I mean, did he flick it, walk away, and not know?
I don't know. He'd be fun to talk to, though.
Mm-hmm. Okay, let's see what you got here. We got Scott on here from West Palm Beach. Okay, you cost the company a lot of money. What did you do, Scott?
Hey, good morning, guys. How you doing?
Good. How you doing?
I'm doing all right. So when I first started to venture into the IT industry, this is back when I used to live up in Georgia, the server array that they had, I plugged into one of the ports that was carrying a 48-volt charge when it's supposed to carry a 24. I did not know that. Side effect, when I plugged into it, it fried the whole array and brought down a section of the hospital.
Oh.
The only thing that got me out of that legally was the previous company did not specify that port was carrying a 48-volt charge. So on paper, wasn't my fault, but I still did it.
Wow. Do you have a dollar amount on how much that would have cost?
It was it was close to like $600,000 somewhere. The routers alone, and there were 4 of these routers the size of an 18-wheeler's tire.
Oh.
Each one of those are $20,000 a pop.
That's pretty good.
You win.
Good day at work there.
That's
Good day at work there.
solid.
Yeah. Okay. Luckily, things worked out that way because typically when we do something, it's clearly our fault. And
Right.
It wasn't like, whoops, I didn't know. How should I know? No, we know. Just bad. Got some of the other texts coming in here. Somebody said I worked at the DoubleTree on Australian, and I asked the laundry room to wash some kitchen towels, and they left the dryer on overnight, so the towels caught fire. That was about $30,000.
Oh.
Somebody else used to work the front desk at the Boca Raton Resort, and I checked in a con artist who gave me a fake credit card. Got approved. He racked up $150,000 in a week.
Wow.
I didn't get fired, but I got in some serious trouble.
I forgot.
How would you know, though?
I know,
mean,
yeah.
If you swipe the card
And it works, yeah.
and it went through,
Yeah.
it's not on you.
I don't feel like it is either.
That con artist was slippery.
My friend texted me and reminded me of something we have to add on to our total. I wrecked a golf cart at my old company. I was driving with my eyes closed to see how far I could drive, and I wrapped it around a tree and destroyed this brand new golf cart.
I mean, what a clown.
They sent me right to the drug testing facility.
As they should. Because you have to be on something.
I was as clean as
Did you tell them that you were driving with your eyes closed
Hell-
to see how far you could go without looking?
No, I blamed it on this earless cat that was always hanging around the marina that would always dart in front of carts. I'm like, guys, that earless cat darted in front of me and I hit a tree. I couldn't tell them. It was like 3,500.
Oh.
Somebody else said I rear-ended a guy going 5 miles an hour at a red light. He sued for $700,000, ended up settling out of court for $300.
Whoa.
That's pretty good. Somebody else said I blew up a front end loader. It was brand new, $625,000.
Oh. Now, when you do that, do you get fired? You must, right? They have to let you go.
I think hopefully if you have a good boss or manager, they're going to look at the negligence. If you're, being a dumbass, then yeah.
If you're, say, driving a golf cart with your eyes closed.
Right.
Pretty much the definition of dumbass.
You definitely fire Jaybird.
In my defense, though, I went pretty good distance. I could drive it pretty far until I crashed.
Congratulations.
Mm-hmm. Somebody said, just kind of as a little bit of defense for the guy with FP&L, they're always doing that to water mains, but it's not really their fault because the plans to where the pipes are old and not accurate.
Okay.
So,
good. Then it's somebody else. Whoever didn't update the plans.
Mm-hmm.
If no one told you a pipe was there,
there you go.
That's not on you.
Yeah, so there you go. That is the latest on that. Anything you want to add to it? You can, 877-979-WRMF, 877-979-9763. But what a crazy day, huh?
I'm pretty proud of our total, though. We have a good amount of money.
We've caused a lot of damage in our day. Yeah, we really have. And somehow we're still here. I have no
For
idea.
now.
For now. Yes, for now. Well, Jaybird made a questionable decision yesterday. Did he do the right thing?
Probably not.
He grossed out a family, and they were weirded out, too, because they were definitely commenting on what he was doing.
I grossed out myself, too, but I felt desperate.
Okay. So how would you play this? He wants to be a good, responsible dog owner, and thank you, because there are so many people out there that are just rogue with their dogs, and their dogs are running around off leashes, and then they're pooing everywhere, and they don't pick up for it. So Jaybird doesn't want to be that kind of dog owner.
Well, it is pretty gross. If nobody picked up their poop, it would be disgusting. And I would say most people do. I do notice the bigger the dog, the higher the chance the owner doesn't pick up the poop, which is kind of weird to me.
And messed up because the bigger the dog, the bigger the turd.
Big time.
So those are the ones that should be picked up first.
Yeah.
I don't want to step in your dog's hot loaf.
I mean, I guess I try to get what's the temperature on people who don't pick up their dog poop? I mean, most people find it extremely annoying, or is it something that I kind of harp on that I shouldn't?
No, there
it's
a
annoying.
lot of places, if they see you doing that, you get a pretty sizable fine. So that'll let you know that you're breaking the law, and people don't appreciate it. They don't like it.
Especially when it's right by your own sidewalk. I'm afraid Chewy's gonna get called out.
It looks like
it does.
It looks like it's Chewy because he's always out there in that space.
Exactly. That's really what I'm worried about, honestly.
Mm-hmm.
You should go dump on that girl's car. You, not Chewy.
Might be a fine on that one too.
That might be a bigger fine.
Yeah, it might be a bigger fine. I don't know. I've never tried it out.
Or leave her a message, but write in poo.
Okay.
Aw,
Yeah, you have issues.
The only
that's
problem with that
next level.
is you've got to write the message. What do you have? I mean, there are no poo pencils. I mean, I don't know.
And now
To write the message, that's kind of gross.
You're involved in this thing.
I know. You just get some gloves. I could do the job for you.
Okay, so Jaybird's out. No poo bags. Got Chewy, and Chewy decides to let one go.
I forgot. So something happened while I was getting my leash. I had the poop bags in my hand, but I didn't put them in my pocket. I left them on my Mountain Dew fridge area. So I'm a good ways away from.
Oh, no.
And Chewy takes a big old dump, and it's right in front of this family who is out by their courtyard, and we're locking eyes. And that's what happens in my area. When a dog's doing poop, you notice people are watching to make sure everyone's cleaning it up. And I go to get my bag. I'm like, son of a biscuit, I don't have my bag. And they're watching me. I go, I can't leave this poop there. So I grabbed it with my hand and took it. And the whole time the little kid goes, oh, that's nasty. And as I'm walking away with all this poop in my hand, I hear them talking, pun intended, a gang of crap. Oh my gosh, did he just pick that up with his hand?
Yeah, you should look at him and go, I picked it up for you.
I kept my headphones in. I put it in. I finally found a Wendy's bag on the ground way down the road. I shoved it in a Wendy's bag and then threw it in a dumpster. But did I?
Remind me not to high-five you today.
Was it just in one hand?
It was. Well, no, I had a couple with both.
Okay, how did you open your door handle?
What door
to
handle?
Get in your apartment.
I mean, with my hand. So would you have left it?
Yes.
You would have.
No, here's what I would have done. You ever do this where just for other people's benefit, you're like going, Chewy, come on, man. I don't have a bag with me. Now I got to go all the way back home and get one. And then I would have gone all the way back home, got one, and I would have come back.
Yeah, tell the people I'm going to get a bag. I forgot them on my counter.
Oh, that looks like okay. Sure, you're getting a bag, buddy.
You have to. You have to go back and get the bag, and then you got to come back and pick up the poo.
Yeah. That's
Chewy just gets an extra long walk.
Because now you got poo on your hands, and now you're trying to open up your apartment door with your poo hand, and now you got poo all over. Yeah.
Well, I mean, shocking. You did it all wrong.
I didn't want to be a person that was left the poop out there. I know Tequesta wouldn't do that.
Never.
I get that.
Somebody said if my dog has a tiny, slimy little poo, I'll just cover it with a large leaf or a pine cone. Is that okay?
Do they do the fake phantom pickup? Oh, I'm just grabbing it.
They act like it.
They act like it. I see that move a lot too, because you can watch people from the balcony. They do the fake swipe,
and you can't see because you're not close enough to tell if they've actually picked up the poo.
I'd have to walk over there and see and investigate. I don't want to do that. What am I doing?
And somebody wanted to let people know. I just hate it when you see people with small dogs and they think that just because the poos are tiny, it doesn't count and they don't need to pick it up. You are wrong.
It's not fair.
Yeah.
It's not. Your poo's still there, even though it's small. You got to be normal. Be good to your neighbor. Why would you want your neighbor's barefoot kid to step in your dog's poo?
The weekend usually is when that girl lets out her Great Dane. I usually see the Great Dane on the weekend. That's the one that tries to come up and run up on Chewy, takes dumps everywhere, then she just looks at you. It doesn't say anything and doesn't pick up the poop.
You need to do something about this chick.
We're calling her out this weekend.
All right.
If it happens,
get it on video. We can blur her face.
Oh, yeah, that should go well.
Step up that shaming.
I'm sure that won't.
Mount a little camera and let's go.
Okay.
And then next move, we poop on her car.
Step up that shame game. I don't know if I go to that level.
I think you need to do that because this is your baby. This is your idea.
She clearly wants. She's just waiting for the green light.
I'm just waiting for you to tell me that she's done it again.
She will.
And if she does it again and you get it on film and I watch it and I can see her seeing the dog.
Here's what I'll do. I'll just film it. I won't say anything. I'll just film it and I'll bring it in on Monday because I know what's happening.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. And then you're going to go and...
Well, we will assess the situation after that and figure out exactly which unit she lives in.
And then someone's going to watch me filming some girl. Why are you filming this girl, weirdo? And then
no,
it's gonna...
mount the camera and leave it there. You don't even have to film it. You don't have to hold the camera.
It's quite a project.
Yeah, it sounds so easy for Tequesta over here.
She's got it all figured out, huh?
Always
you can borrow. I have a tripod with a claspy thing. You can borrow it.
With a claspy thing?
Yeah.
Is that the technical term?
It is. I'm very techie.
Okay. Sounds like this is going to go great.
Ow! There's a lot of dumbass criminals to talk about, baby. It's the whacked out news. People breaking the law. Ha-ha, fighting in the nude. Drunk people pooping in the street. Ha-ha, it's the whacked out news. So many people are mad. Ow!
Well, over 1 million people on Facebook have said they're going to join in on the fun and storm Area 51. You're like going, okay, they're clearly joking, right?
You hope.
You hope, but here's a bad sign. Apparently, all the hotels around Area 51 are totally booked for the night of the raid. So if people are coming to town, maybe just to see what's going on, to witness the chaos, if anybody does try to storm Area 51, just hope the morgue's ready. And apparently the guy who's behind the viral event to storm Area 51 has finally revealed his identity, and shockingly, he's a 20-year-old guy from California. Yeah, right.
I posted it on like June 27th, and it was kind of a joke. And then it waited for like 3 days, like 40 people, and then it just completely took off out of nowhere. It was pretty wild. I was just like, the FBI is going to show up to my house, and it got a little spooky from there.
Yeah.
That guy sounds just like Ryan Beckett.
Well, they say that apparently Bud Light's even trying to get in on all the action. They're going to create a commemorative Area 51 beer can if they can get 51,000 retweets on Twitter. This is what everybody's doing. This is viral marketing today. If it's not Popsicle, it's Bud Light. They said that they would not be sponsoring a planned raid, though, of Area 51 because they couldn't handle the lawsuits. So
yeah, they should not be getting involved.
Yeah, it'd be interesting to see what happens. Also, an update, too, on that guy in Michigan who was pooing in the pool. The public pool kept shutting it down. They caught him.
Good.
10 years in jail, minimum.
I don't know what he's going to get criminally, but he has been banned from the public pool for the summer.
That's it? For the summer? He
That's
come back in
it?
the fall?
Oh.
We're getting too soft.
Why are they doing it so wrong?
It doesn't feel right.
You
Missy.
locked this guy up. You sent him a message.
You send a
Yes.
message and you ban him for life, not just for the
He
summertime.
can't play for the summer.
He gets to
Oh.
poop back in the fall.
Wow.
It's pretty unreal, isn't it? Yeah.
That's unreal.
Kind of felt like he might need a little more.
The injustice.
Yeah, it's pretty unreal. Well, this is a note to someone who decides they're going to cut in line in front of the porta potties. If you're going to do it, don't do it in Scotland. Some guy tried it at a music festival there, got in, was like, ha ha, ran into the porta potty, and they said, oh yeah? So they just tipped that thing right over.
Instant karma.
Wow. This is quite an interesting headline. 5 guys get into a fight in Five Guys.
I love it.
That's good stuff right there.
This happened in Stewart.
Of course.
And a woman who witnessed the incident told authorities that one of the males was talking bleep to another, a cup was thrown, and then a door to the restaurant was slammed in somebody's face before an all-out brawl broke out.
Okay.
Now, when they finally sorted it all out, apparently it was 2 adults and 3 boys involved in the melee at the Five Guys, but 2 plus 3 is 5, so 5 guys and a 5 guys.
Side note, Five Guys has a very, very underrated grilled cheese. It's very good.
I love Five
Me too.
Guys. I go there all the time.
Under Florida law, they say a fray is a first-degree misdemeanor, and it could result in 2 or more people fighting in a public place and disturbing the peace, and that would qualify. So we'll see. But you got a couple juveniles involved with this as well. Quite a headline. Here's another interesting headline that's turned into a viral video. A naked man wearing nothing but a woman's bra was caught on camera over the weekend, burglarizing several cars in a Newport Richie parking lot.
Was he on something?
We don't know yet because we don't know who it is. We just got the video, and the investigators are still trying to figure out who it is.
How do you investigate that? Like, how do you?
He's definitely on something and looking for drug money.
Probably.
I guess you go around that area and ask anybody if they know who he is. I mean, if all you have is this guy on camera in a bra naked.
Got somebody else running around naked. A woman in New Jersey was shoplifting, and the cops came up and grabbed her and said, aha, we got you. She said, oh, yeah? Just slipped right out of that shirt. Took off running topless. They were able to track her down a block away, though. So, what a chase that must have been for one whole city block. There's a guy in Canada that is accused of doing what they call horse dentistry without a license.
Really?
What? Horse dentistry?
So he was like faking like he was a horse dentist?
Apparently he was fixing horses' teeth. I don't even know.
Huh.
That's horse dentistry. They do have big teeth.
They do. If anybody needs a dentist, it's a horse.
What do you pull in a year for that gig?
Maybe, hey, Wellington, can you let us know? And do horses get braces? Could you imagine a horse that had crooked teeth or
Gets a retainer?
Yeah, I mean, you know, those are pretty horses they have out there. Do they ever get crooked teeth or something like that? Tell me about horse dentistry. I don't know. There is a Texas teen who got arrested after he spit into a bottle of tea and put it on the shelf at a grocery store.
Good. They got him?
Yeah, a security officer saw the 15-year-old boy put the bottle to his mouth and put the bottle back in the security video. The officer called the police. The teen told the cops that he put the bottle back on the shelf because the tea was gross. He's been arrested and charged with tampering with a consumer product, so they are cracking down now.
Good. Get him, Texas. Texas doesn't play.
No, they don't play. He's going to be shot at dawn. There's a chef at a resort in England that just got fired for pranking a fellow chef. This guy he's just so pranky and a funny guy. So he's like going, aha, I'm going to take a boiling pot of butter and dump it down your pants. Ha, ha, ha.
Oh, my gosh.
Gotcha.
That's gonna scald you.
That will scar you. You'll have a scar for life.
Oh, come on, take a joke. The guy ended up in the hospital with serious burns to his backside, but that's funny stuff, isn't it?
I
what
know,
a douche.
I know somebody who has a butter burn, and it left a permanent scar on their stomach area.
I know somebody who was cooking bacon naked, and yeah, same thing, permanently scarred.
Wow.
I was eating tomato bisque naked, not permanently scarred, but I spilled it on my area, and it hurt.
You probably should have stopped before you told that story.
Well, the guy goes on to tell more stories here. He's got a lot more. The guy who got burned with the butter, he said this is just one in a large pattern of bullying. He said that he's gotten black eyes from being punched at work.
What the hell?
Ha ha, gotcha. What a joke.
Punch you in the face? Ha ha?
Yeah, and apparently once, as a funny prank, he had to eat rabbit turds.
Oh my gosh.
Hilarious.
This awful chef that was doing that to him needs to be jailed.
So the chef who burned him apologized, but over a text. And he's like, I never meant to hurt you. Come on, man. Let's just, let's all be friends.
So stupid.
But the guy didn't respond, and so he fires off another text a couple minutes ago. It says, why are you trying to get me fired? Not cool. Wow. Gosh.
What a dummy.
What a jerk, huh? Come on, man. Well, the Dutch airline KLM, this wasn't a joke. They just decided it'd be a fun trivia fact to tweet out about where to sit in a plane to improve your chances of surviving a crash. It said, according to data, the fatality rate for the seats in the middle of the plane are the highest. However, the fatality rate for seats in the front is marginally lesser and is least for seats at the rear third of the plane. Hashtag Tuesday Trivia. Hashtag Aircraft Fun Facts.
That's horrifying,
People
though.
thought it was horrifying. Like, I don't really want to get this from my airline. They deleted the tweet about 12 hours later and apologized.
Those are the most fun, when businesses have to delete tweets.
Yes. Apparently people didn't like that joke. And finally, they've corrected a lot of wrongs here. We're getting it right in the city of Berkeley, California. Liberal epicenter of the United States has decided to ban gendered words from its city codes. 2 examples they've given. Manhole. What? Manhole? No. And manpower, both stricken from the city code. They're going to be replaced with maintenance hole instead of manhole. I don't know if that means they're going to shut down the gay bar in town or not. And human effort will replace manpower.
Okay, I mean, if it's important to you, yeah, I mean...
But if you say manpower, are you considered a bad person?
You're a pig.
That's my problem.
Right.
If you say manpower, you sexist pig. No, it's just a word that I've known my entire life.
A word I've always used. A word that everybody knows what it means.
And if Kevin didn't tell me that I have to change it in this segment, I would never know about it.
Yeah, they shouldn't, but it is Berkeley, so it's kind of a sport there.
Yes, finding words too.
I'm a professional shamer at Berkeley.
Yeah, I'm just finding things to be mad about that really don't matter.
And if you don't know about it, you are a bad person.
I just got my PhD in shaming at Berkeley.
Oh, you're right.
Oh, yeah.
This is 97.9 WRMF Palm Beach.
Apparently, there is actually a real thing as horse dentistry. You got to do it. It's a real thing. Guy got busted in the whacked out news doing it because he didn't have a license, but horse owners should know a good dentist.
Huh.
And mostly what they really do, a horse dentist, is they will file down the horse's teeth if they grow too long. It's called floating. And a floating routine costs about the same as human dental cleaning or a checkup.
Interesting. Do you have to brush your horse's teeth every day like you brush yours?
I don't know. It's a good question. I don't know.
Flossing seems like it would be difficult.
I know, right? Yeah, it's equine dentistry. You got to do it annually.
Okay.
So there you go. And sometimes they need extractions too.
Wow.
Shirley and Jupiter Farms hit us up with that. So thank you, Shirley. Interesting stuff. And talking about the change of manhole in Berkeley, California, they're getting rid of some of those words. Manpower is something that they're going to be writing off the city codes. Because you're right, there is a lot of outrage there, but they're just trying to, equal everything out here. Somebody said, yes, the Berkeley outrage, it's something that they call competitive victimhood or recreational outrage. Okay. Recreational outrage.
It seems awful busy. I mean,
yes.
It's so much work.
Just don't get mad at me if I say manhole on accident, because I'm going to probably say manhole.
Because I've grown up saying manhole.
Yeah, I grew up, the manhole, it wasn't a terrible thing. It had no bad.
I don't mean anything bad.
Manhole to me means a manhole. You walk by and you see a manhole. It's got a definition of it.
Yeah.
Here's something else that is probably falling under the umbrella of the male toxicity. There is what I thought, or a lot of people did, a cute post on Reddit. A woman put up a chore sticker chart for her husband, where he will get things like beer and sexual favors for doing the dishes or cleaning up the kids' throw up. And a lot of people are going, oh, that's cute. And then some people got in there and they said, aha, let us roll up our sleeves and let's show you how it's done. Recreational outrage.
Here comes Twitter.
Here we come. Oh, yeah.
We can't believe this.
Is this really funny that we are going to show that you've got to bribe a husband for chores he should already be doing? This is male toxicity and infantilized father.
What?
It's a new term you must learn. If not, you are a bad person.
Infantilized father?
He is an infantilized father.
Is he the victim or no? I don't understand.
Are we the victim just because we have to hear this crap?
I think what it is he is they're showing that in a sense you're training him bad things. It's like this is a guy that should willfully be there and be doing things. So you, even by making this a joke, you're showing that for men it's okay to sidestep parental duties and that we have to give you some kind of reward like beer or sex just so you do what is your already God-given obligations as a co-parent.
Somebody wake me up when I'm outraged.
Yes.
Yeah, I mean the work it takes to be outraged about stuff that doesn't matter.
What those articles don't ever explain is that every single human and family and relationship has got so much nuance to it. Everything's different. Everyone's different. Everyone's going to handle things different. And nothing on this planet is black and white.
Yeah, you do you. If this works for you and this is a fun thing you do as a married couple and you like doing this chore sticker chart for your husband, then you should be able to do that.
We're all layered. We're all different. It's so, damn it, I'm outraged. They got me.
Pulled you right in.
You're outraged that they're outraged.
Game on.
They win.
That's what happens.
They win.
You're outraged from the outrage.
So if you want to make your own chart, here's what she's got going. You wash the dishes, you get a 12-pack of your favorite beer.
Wow, that seems generous.
Very generous. My goodness, right?
I would not be given that much for the dishes.
I mean, why are they going to get on people who are making this kind of stuff fun?
Yeah, just because it just
Bird,
doesn't fit
you're
in.
taking the bait.
Don't do it, Bird. Have fun with it, Bird.
You put the toilet seat down, no nagging for a week.
I can't promise that.
Yeah,
Does
right.
Panda does he leave it up a lot?
No, he's good about the toilet seat, terrible about the trash.
Oh, do not get her started about the trash.
I mean,
oh, my God. All right.
I had to bring the trash yesterday to the curb in the rain. I was so mad.
I mean, the struggles you have in Tequesta are just so devastating.
Gosh,
Trash in the rain, Kevin?
I can't even believe this.
Oh, my gosh. You're so brave to tell your story.
You're a survivor.
Thank you,
That
Kevin.
you are.
Thank you
Bravery.
for acknowledging.
So if he changes a blowout diaper, this husband gets a naked hula dance. Ooh, that sounds like fun.
That does sound like fun.
Okay, now I'm back in.
We need to do more stuff with the hula. That's kind of gone. I like this.
Maybe you and Denny's this weekend can try naked hula dancing.
Mm-hmm. If you vacuum the car seats, you don't have to go to some annoying kid's birthday party. Well, that's pretty awesome.
That is a good deal.
Yeah.
And if you clean up, throw up, you get yourself a sexual favor.
Ow!
Hey now.
What if it's your throw up from the 12-pack of beer?
That's a good question. Well, you guys are really fired up about Big Brother, huh?
Oh, we are.
Or are we still doing a show here?
Sorry.
I can't turn these mics on anytime.
Sorry, Kevin.
It's going. Yeah, you're talking about the outrages going on in Big Brother?
People are mad about Big Brother, and I haven't seen last night's episode, but
We can't talk about it because it absolutely would spoil it
would
for
spoil
people.
it if we said what happened.
I just seen the headline that apparently blatant racism's running rampant on the show. That was the headline I saw.
You're tampering on some spoiler lights, Kev.
Okay.
Yeah, because of how things are shaking down, some people are screaming racism.
Okay. All right. Well, that's one of the main reasons why I'm not watching that show. I just can't take all those terrible things.
I
going
mean,
on.
there are specific people on that show that I now am hate watching because I hate them. I love to watch them.
There's some real D-bags on this show this season. I'll tell you the thing that's got me, though, and I was wrong. Love Island on CBS is on 5 times a week. It's on every
kidding?
night?
It's on every single
It
night.
is not every
It's
night.
that good, huh?
Virginia,
Every
yes,
night?
it is on every single night. And you need to get into this show because you would absolutely love it. You would love this show.
I don't have 5 nights.
I know. I don't either, and I'm somehow barely hanging on to it. I'm behind, honey.
I'm behind on Big Brother. I can't add Love Island.
My dad got me on Love Island. It's got me. I am hooked.
Really?
Yes, I
Just
am.
can't get away, huh?
Can't get away.
Well, that's a big commitment you just made.
I know.
5 nights.
I haven't watched them all. I'm behind. This weekend I have to work hard.
We sound so exciting.
Yes. Thought this is kind of neat. Somebody said, you want to talk about the sticker bribe chart? I give my wife $20 every time we make sweet love, put it into a jar, and then that's her birthday gift. So it's up to her how much she gets. But it sounds like she's working twice for the money, does it not?
I don't like
I
that.
don't like
I
that.
don't like that one.
Okay, you should just be buying your wife a nice birthday gift.
Yeah, don't be making your wife. Yeah,
If you want a birthday present, you know what you got to do.
You gotta earn it,
Gotta
woman.
earn it.
Oh, I don't like it.
I hate it.
That is male toxicity.
That is.
Yes,
Kevin.
it
we
is.
don't like
We
it.
do not like it.
Okay. Berkeley just got on their keyboard.
Oh, they're so happy to hear this.
Yes. Oh, we've got something to say.
Oh, can we talk to his wife? Why is she putting up with this? Oh, no.
I don't know. Got
Not
the
in my
number.
house.
Denny's calling him up. Put him on. Virginia wants to yell at him.
He's the one that sent it. The husband.
I don't know.
He's
It says I
bragging.
give my wife.
Get him on. Get him on the phone, Denny.
Yes, we got to yell at him.
You're listening to the KVJ Show on 97.9 WRMF.
Got a text here says, my boyfriend is an electrician and we role play that he's an electrician coming to assist me and I make him come into the bedroom in full uniform, tool belt and all.
It's his, that's what he really does in real life.
What he does in real life?
He's like, babe, you're making me work more.
Yes, can you hook up the cable real quick?
Yeah, that's the joke. He's like, hey, when are we getting to the lovemaking? I just am doing chores.
I don't know if he loves that.
You're hardwiring something.
Yeah, I can tell you the Mexican Queens how they going, pretend like you're a radio DJ.
Oh, that would be awesome.
That's gotta be one of the worst fantasies, right? Does anyone want to bang a DJ?
You're bringing in headphones.
Yeah. I got an idea for a fantasy. I'm an Uber driver. Is that hot?
I mean, I know a girl.
A scenario of an Uber driver could absolutely be hot.
Okay.
Yes.
My girlfriend lived it.
You're right.
Okay.
I told you the story.
Hot or not? Fantasy? Ice cream truck driver.
Oh, this.
Oh, they're usually
I'm trying. I'm
not
playing.
cute. Not cute, Kevin. It's not a good look.
Okay, I thought so too.
Usually it's a little dirty.
I would put that on the not list because there's going to be kids running around likely.
Yeah.
I would put that
That
on the
seems-
perverted list. that one doesn't feel good, baby.
No.
That doesn't feel right.
How about this one?
Yeah.
Got your pizza. Oh yeah, extra sausage.
Yeah.
Delivery?
The delivery guy. Yeah, that works out.
And there's a whole movie,
Yeah.
Anchovies.
Oh yeah, there is Patrick Dempsey. That's a great.
It's a
movie.
great movie.
Okay. How about this for a fantasy? Does it work out? Sleazy car salesman.
Not as hot.
I'm trying to.
Okay, does it work?
I'm trying to think.
Can you make it work?
if it was the
If we're
female-
pulling this out of the hat,
Well, maybe on the test drive.
So for me, it'd be a woman being a sleazy salesperson. I'm just trying to play that, and yeah, I think it could work, Kev. I think it could work.
you think that
But
one could
she's
work?
got to really take on the. She's so sleazy and just so she doesn't have any scruples, but she knows it and she likes it, and that's what she's about. She owns it.
Okay.
He's getting into it.
No, I'm giving a backstory. That's what you need for a role play.
You're charged up.
Well,
Okay. Fantasy, and I know a lot of people watch this on YouTube. Does it work into a fantasy? Dr. Pimple Popper.
no.
Oh, yeah, come
No.
squeeze my zits.
Terrible.
I don't want any kind of romance
Oh,
with my
yeah.
pimple pop.
I don't know. I'm just like, because I know chicks are into watching the pimple pop and they love it.
But that's
Can
not
you-
sexy. That scratches a different itch.
Okay.
No,
okay, doesn't work.
No.
All right. Okay. I'm just trying to see what works and what doesn't here. Just trying to test the waters.
He's trying to make it work.
I'm thinking.
Trying to figure out how to make it work.
I'm thinking. What about Zookeeper?
Yeah.
I think it can work.
We know you do.
Oh, yeah.
We've seen your work.
I'm an animal. Yeah. you
I'm an
definitely make that
animal.
work. Yeah.
Oh,
You
have
be
to-
the scientist.
You have to
make
cage
that
me. Oh, what? There's
work.
experiments.
Yeah.
Experiments, and they all deal with your butt.
Again, Virginia bringing up. How many times does she bring up butt stuff and then blames it on me?
You're my muse.
Coming up here, we've got some more Florida Lotto scratch-off tickets. You can jump on that. And I'm very excited. A little bit of an update. We had talked about Eddie Murphy. Would he ever return to the role of stand-up? And we had a clip because he's on Jerry Seinfeld's show where they get in a car and talk coffee and all that kind of good stuff.
There's also a little leakage on TMZ. They're saying he's already in talks with Netflix.
Yeah, from what I had read, it sounded like he was legit trying to do a comeback. I know that clip didn't sell it.
Yeah.
They've got numbers and everything on TMZ.
Yeah, it sounds like it's probably going to be a sold done deal. In fact, he probably agreed to finally do this show because he knew it was going to be a way to open up the dialogue and tease a possible upcoming Netflix show. Now, it doesn't sound real convincing. This is the clip from comedians in cars getting coffee down on the corner after we get a hot dog.
That's a long title.
It's a really long title. They need to shorten it up. But here's what he had to say.
You know that you not doing stand-up drives people crazy. You know that, right?
I'm gonna do it again. It was
Really?
Just, yeah, I just had to. I have to get up and work. The only way you could get like an act is I got to go to the clubs and work out. Yeah, I'm gonna do that again. You still got to go to the comedy club.
Still got to go to. You could have your own club.
So you should buy the comic strip, and I'll come work out there.
You want to do that? I'll do it. I'll call it Jerry Seinfeld's comic strip.
See, it didn't sound convincing when I heard that clip earlier in the show. And you're right, there is apparently a negotiation going on with Netflix. And we're like, okay, what kind of money would that take us? Eddie Murphy does have sick, ridiculous money from the Shrek movies and doing that voice work.
Well, do you remember, was it like the 40th anniversary of SNL a couple years back, and they brought Eddie Murphy back on the stage, and there was a lot of hype around it, and it was an awkward, weird little monologue he did. He came out there, talked to the audience. There was zero jokes.
Yeah.
He just thanked everybody for being out. It was out of place for the entire special.
Almost like he didn't want to try anything because he didn't want to be critiqued about, oh, Eddie Murphy's lost it. His stand-up specials used to be amazing. One, could he possibly have lost the funny? I think you can argue some people who used to be funny in their youth are not when they get older.
Chevy Chase.
Yep. So that could be it. Or two, could he do it now in an era where there's going to be a lot more clapback on social media after people watch Eddie Murphy doing stand-up?
Well, that is definitely going to happen. But, I mean, if you're a comedian and you stand your ground, he's got enough people who... There's not enough people on Twitter that wouldn't support him.
And he's got enough money for the confidence that it takes to not care.
Yeah, I mean, he's got an audience that are not going to care what Twitter has to say.
I think it would take a big paycheck to get him out to actually even do it because he does have enough money. How much would it take? According to Netflix, they're waving a pretty big check in front of him, Virginia.
Yeah, they're saying it's $70 million. They just paid Dave Chappelle $60 million for 3 Netflix specials. So, I mean,
this would be $70 million for one?
That's what I'm reading on TMZ.
So Eddie Murphy's net worth is $120 million, and they said his movies generated over $6.7 billion.
I'm actually surprised he's only worth $120 million.
I kind of am too.
I thought he'd be worth more than that.
That's
actually
still a lot of money, though.
So imagine that you add a third to your net worth in just one special.
It's not just one special, though, because, I mean, he's got to do all the work on the front end.
Unless he's already been doing the work. We have no idea what Eddie Murphy's been doing.
Yeah, he could have been planning for this for years.
Yeah, so I don't know.
Damn.
$70 million, would he do it or not? I guess we'll find out. It's a pretty good paycheck. $70 million, what Netflix talking about waving in front of Eddie Murphy to come back and do a stand-up special. Dave Chappelle got $60 million. Okay. He did 3, though.
Right. He did 3 and got 60. Would Eddie do 1 for 70? Is that how it would play out?
Is it good business for Netflix? That's ultimately it. That would be the big question. Is it good business? Is Eddie Murphy so far removed from doing stand-up specials that it would pay off $70 million? Does Netflix have that kind of money to throw around? They just lost $17 billion yesterday.
Ooh.
Yes. There was a report they had a weak quarter for new subscriptions, and $17 billion is gone from Netflix in one day.
That feels like a hit.
So you got to wonder about that deal with Eddie Murphy today after a $17 billion loss yesterday. Are they so quick to be like, yeah, all kinds of money, man, yeah, 70 mil. It's got to pay back. So I don't know. It'd be interesting to see if it goes down or not. Eddie Murphy would be smart to jump off. He's worth $125 million. Even if it bombs, so what? He's not doing that much anyway. You know, so what? Everybody's going to crucify you in the public, but oh well. Just stay at home and count your cash.
It's part of the game.
It's part of the game,
Even
man.
if you crush it, you're going to be crucified by part of the public.
Yeah.
It's the way it is.
Do it. The only thing that was, Dave Chappelle's still out there doing it. I think he's in the clubs a little bit more. Dave Chappelle's a lot more visible now.
He grinds it out, man.
Yeah, he does. He works hard. Yeah, in fact, I saw some video of him. He had played a Broadway show. He's on Broadway now doing something there. And then he went to a club after that called the Marquee. He partied all night long. He's hanging out in the DJ booth. He's cracking jokes on the mic.
You know who he's really good friends with? He's really tight with John Mayer.
Really?
Yeah, they are very close with one another.
Yeah, they kind of co-open, I think, on some shows, oddly enough.
How fun would it be to be a fly on the wall, to listen to those guys just riff back and forth verbally?
Yeah.
Agreed, man. Yeah.
You just sit back and you just try to soak it all in.
One of the things that Dave Chappelle said to the crowd, he's an elder statesman now, so he's imparting his wisdom. He told people to put the phones away. He said, people that make memories and party together stay together.
Yeah, he's really against the filming of his shows big time.
Yeah, he doesn't like it apparently when he's at the club either. Just put them away. They actually did a survey with millennials. Are they losing experiences in life because they're always on their phone? They're too worried about documenting what's happening around them that I've been there at a concert where I was taking so many photos and videos and this and that, being I'm going to remember it forever. And then I really kind of feel like I kind of wasted it. So there's a fine line. So now I try to get a little bit of a video and a photo, and then I'm like, all right, put it away for a while. That's about it.
Now let me just really live it.
Yeah, right. Just live it. And
you can do both.
You can. You just need your little snapshot, your moment in time, and then call it good, and then just be in it. Because more than half of millennials say that they've missed a huge life moment because they were trying to capture it on social media. That's more than half. But here's the true irony in this. Even though they say that, 90% still say it's important to live in the moment. So, what is it, millennials?
Make up your mind.
Yes. So, is it important to get likes on your photos or not? Now, Instagram is trying to change this, where at least other people can't see you getting the likes. I think they just added 6 more countries. The U.S. still's not doing this with Instagram. So, it'd be like, it's not happening, Kevin. You're lying. It's happening in other countries.
Other places. It could be coming to you.
Yeah.
That's exactly how a complaining voice sounds in my head, too.
Kevin, you don't know what you're talking
You're not
about.
talking about
I'm on
Kevin.
Instagram right
I'm
now,
looking at it right
and
now.
my picture has 3,000 likes.
You're wrong.
You're right, Kevin.
You're
wrong
old
again.
and you're bald, too.
He's not bald, and he's not old either.
I'm just
Thank
messing.
you.
I'm going to defend you.
I am if you're 20, but yeah. 60% say it's important for their photos to get likes. 60%.
That seems low.
The other 40% are completely lying.
Lying, yeah.
I mean, come on. It doesn't matter, millennial or not. I think that pretty much all of us.
Likes are everything.
You do, and I think a lot of times you go back quickly. They say more than 1/3 check for likes within 1 minute of posting a picture because you want to see how it's taken off. Do people really love it, or is it going to be a slow climb? I'm sorry. It's just we still do that. It's that validation thing. It's not going to change.
Love me.
Yes. Tell me all about it. Hey, don't forget about the Palm Beach Summer Beer Fest going on tomorrow, South Florida Fairgrounds Expo Center from 1 to 6 p.m. It's in the AC. If it does rain, don't worry about it. You're going to be covered. They got food trucks out there, live music inside. There's bourbon, whiskey, too, and craft donuts.
Did I hear this correctly? Did we say there was a grilled cheese out there, or did I dream that?
I never got confirmation on a grilled cheese truck.
I dreamt it.
Yeah, you did.
I did.
Yeah, I was going to say, I don't know that for sure.
I bet you, though, if you go out there, you can con somebody. If there's not a grilled cheese truck, they'll make you one. You're Jason.
Yeah.
You're famous.
Okay.
You got some food coming up, I hope, here. Savor Eats. We got that worked out. They're going to be bringing the food truck from Due South, and also the new BD IPA is going to be here for the After the Show podcast.
That's today.
That's today.
That's when we put the order in?
I put your order in for grilled cheese.
Oh, it's going to be a great fried day.
Yeah. Big stuff, right?
Yes.
Now he's all excited now for the After the Show podcast.
Oh, I'm always excited for that.
BD IPA, that's huge, too.
Yep.
Are we having any adult beverages?
Yeah, the BD IPA.
Oh, sorry. I'm stuck in grilled cheese.
Hello, McFly.
You literally just
I said it twice, and you're not hearing.
I'm sorry. Kevin's hitting me with noodles.
You're
talking
acting like it's the dirt. You're so tuned out.
All right, that's going to be coming up live on YouTube. Before we do that, Jaybird, give us a thought for the day.
Negative people need drama like it's oxygen. Stay positive and take their breath away.
Okay, right?
This is the KVJ Show on 97.9 WRMF.